What's up, cake lovers? Let's go ahead and make another masterpiece. Now, I took this round cake again and turned it into a rectangular cake. Listen here, when I have leftover cakes, I ain't gonna be doing all that extra baking. Okay, you take a cake and you make it do what it do, baby. And we did. It was a little wobbly, a little janky, and all that kind of stuff. And looking a little messy, but like I told y'all before, sometimes things get a little messy before it gets beautiful. Then I cut and carved all of this into the shape that I wanted it to be. This was for two brothers. They are a year apart. I think their birthdays are like 3 weeks apart. So I said, you know what? We're going to take and put this cake right in the middle of their birthdays and celebrate both of them. When I found out they like SpongeBob, I said, okay. Auntie Philly Cake Lady is to the rescue here. And then the leftovers, my daughters be like, Mom, where the table cake? Where did I said, what is table cake? The cake that fall on the table when you get done carving. So I packed all of that up for them. They could do whatever it is they gonna do with it. And then it was time for me to cover my cake. Yo, I was having a fit. You know why? I could not find two of my vital tools that help make my cake seamless when I carve the fondant. I was like, Lord have mercy. I don't want this cake looking tacky. But I kept going. Said, girl, it's going to be all right. Ain't nobody going to notice but you. Ain't nobody. I had a whole therapy session with myself, okay? I think it was the perfectionist in me trying to take over. But I said, not today. Not today, baby. We going to keep moving. We going to get this thing done right. So I made my little indentations and used my edible green dust. Listen here, y'all be getting these hard cakes and these other cakes with all of these sparkles and glitter. Make sure that stuff is edible, because some of these people go right to the dollar store and use it on your cake and you be like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Is poisonous. All right, so I went to Five Below because at first I was going to put a mini cake in between SpongeBob legs, but I said, nah, let me get some Krabby Patties. And so I did. They had so many options, so I got the three big ones. These babies going to be bouncing off the wall after eating all the sugar in this cake and then turning around and eating these Krabby Patty candies. But did I say Pabbies? Patty candies. But I got through it, and look at this cake, y'all. Ain't he cute? Cake magic once again.